Merry Christmas, or should I say Happy Holidays, can't be leaving anyone out. And, of course, welcome back to the Jen and Thomas podcast. Joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Danielle Slusher. Danielle, how you doing?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm doing good.
And we have, I'm going to steal your little intro from last year. We have a very special present in our presence, Brandon Churchill. Brandon, how you doing?
Hi, Thomas.
And Brendan is also a hoe, for those of you at home listening.
Whatever.
The biggest.
We got a hoe, and a hoe in this place. The Gin and Hoe Tomcat.
Tomcat.
What?
The Gin and Hoe podcast.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's Christmas. We're having a jolly old time. We are in our Christmas log cabin with the ambiance. We have a nice little cozy shack with us today.
We're in the corner of the library of our mansion.
Yes. Corn library. And there's no way to combine those words. I'm sorry for even trying.
Did he just have a stroke?
Yeah, he did.
We're just in a jolly mood. So how about we just get right into it, everybody? Sound good to you guys?
I'm in.
All right. So today's drink. Oh, and it's the Jen and Thomas holiday special, Christmas extravaganza, whatever we're calling it this year.
It's the Christmas special.
The Christmas special. But to celebrate such a festive season, we are actually doing a very involved drink today.
It was involved.
Yes. So
not as bad as some have been, but...
No, but it's like... It was a lot.
We rimmed the glass.
We rimmed the glass. Hey, a couple of hoes rimming, you know what I mean?
Hey.
So anyway, today's drink is called the Jack Frost Freeze. So it is an ounce of Empress Indigo gin, a cup of vanilla ice cream, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 teaspoons of blueberry syrup, which we made here fresh, and then buttercream icing and sprinkles to rim the glass, like how you would a margarita with salt.
This is the color changing gin that we had? Okay.
And so it's a little bit lighter because the acidity of the pineapple brightened it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a lavender.
Mm-hmm. Very
gorgeous.
Beautiful. So
very Jack Frosty.
let's all get in here and cheers our...
There we go.
We're having to cheers with the bases of our glasses because we have the frosting all over it. So first sips here.
Ooh. Oh.
Very more pineapple than anything.
Yes.
Yeah, very pineapple.
These icing balls are very crunchy.
Yeah, so we have some sprinkles. So we have pink like sugar crystal type things, and then some of these like little white sprinkle balls.
Yeah, they're very.
This is very good.
It really just tastes like a blueberry pineapple smoothie.
Yeah, 100%. Very, very pineapple forward.
Yeah, not too bad.
How much pineapple does it have in it?
2 ounces.
Of just pineapple juice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so for our blueberry syrup, I did 1 cup of water, 1 cup plus a little extra blueberries, and half a cup of sugar. I figured like with the ice cream and the pineapple juice and the sugar in the blueberries, we didn't need a whole cup of sugar. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that'd be too much.
So anyway, Danielle, what are you getting here?
It almost reminds me of Dole Whip. Have you ever had Dole Whip?
I don't think I have.
Oh. It's
No.
like pineapple ice cream.
Interesting.
It's like I think maybe Disney, like a famous Disney thing.
Can you move your water bottle? I can't see you.
You want to see me?
Well, I want us to like
Can you hold that?
you know what I mean? We can look around and see each other. But
Yeah, gotta make eye contact.
I think this is really good, and it's not too cold.
Nah.
And we had the gin in the freezer too.
Yeah.
And the glass was chilled too, but this isn't too cold. I think if you are in a nice warm like fire, like if it's Christmas time and you're like near a fire, this is great.
Yeah, it's like it's winter-esque, but it's also like refreshing. Mm-hmm. And yet, in like the winter, you don't want a cold drink necessarily, but you don't. If you're like by a fire, you don't necessarily want a hot drink either because you're gonna get too hot. This is like a good lukewarm middle temperature.
It's colder than lukewarm, people.
Yeah, well, okay, it's room
it
temperature.
has like
if you
ice
have
cream in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
room temperature if you're in a cold apartment.
Yeah. No, and then I think if you weren't in the mood to drink, this is a good mocktail. Just don't put in the gin.
Yeah.
But with the lavender gin, mixing that with like the not the lavender gin, the indigo gin with the pineapple and blueberry syrup and with the ice cream, like it is the perfect like lavender color. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you like say lavender, this is like the color I think of.
Right, yeah, very light pastel. Honestly, I think
Very cool toned purple.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could use a little more gin.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
they don't call it gin and Thomas for nothing.
Well, almost
sorry, gin and hoe.
Almost like we could do a floater of gin, like a half ounce of gin on top, maybe.
Yeah, I'm almost done with mine. This is really good.
I almost sucked my whole thing
through it.
dry.
This is like really, really good. I don't know how to, but like, and it's not something that like, oh, it's the depths of flavors. It's this. It's like simply very good. And granted, Brandon, you're the one that made it, but I thought it was kind of like fun to throw together. Like I liked making the syrup.
Well, and then we've never done like a rimmed glass either.
Well, we had the salt for the margarita, but
I don't barely count that.
Yeah, but this was like kind of like a fun little project. So if you're like doing if you're having like a little bit of a holiday party, you could like get a big enough blender. You could make a pitcher.
Batch. Yeah, you can make a batch of it. And this is like, it's not your typical holiday drink. It's not like an eggnog or like I don't know, like a holiday sangria or something. It's something different. Like a dessert drink also.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. We did eggnog last year for the holiday special, just eggnog. And so I wanted to switch it up a little bit for this.
Yeah. No, I like this.
Yeah. But I got this recipe from the 1908 Empress Gin Instagram, and I think they give credit to somebody else that gave them the idea or like did it first. But anyway, that's where I got it, was the 1908 Empress Instagram, for those of you that are looking to see it yourself. And they have a very professionally made video for it that makes it look really good. But
I think I could see this at like Calypso, our cocktail bar down here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if a bar would like want to have to scoop out ice cream, but this is the kind of thing I think they would do.
I think they would do that there. It's the type of place that would scoop ice cream.
Yeah, that's true. I really wish, Danielle, when we were there for CG's birthday, I wish I knew what shot we got there at Calypso.
Oh my gosh, I know. That was so good.
Calypso is a favorite of the Gin and Thomas podcast. They actually, we went there when my friend was visiting in from Toledo and posted the Out in the Wild drink review, put it on their story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
They
cool.
said thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Which I only have like 8. I only get like 8 likes per picture, but now that I'm like tagging all these places, they're like commenting, sharing it. So it's really cool. We're getting some recognition.
Yep.
But we've also lost 2 followers since I started doing that. I don't know why.
What?
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't want my reviews?
Okay.
Anyway. But overall,
He's going to hate.
as for my rating here, I don't know. There's just not a lot to say. It's just simply good. I think I'm going to go an 8 out of 10 blue agave.
Okay. Above your 7 average rating.
Yeah, well, I've been hitting a lot in that 7 average thing, but to that I say, like, I just think I know not to pick a bad cocktail. Like, I know what I'm going to like, and that's why I order it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's the, Cachaca or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the Caipirinha.
Yeah, Caipirinha.
I still love that drink, and you guys are haters.
A part of me thinks that if we tried it in the summer, we might be like, oh, this is what I needed.
I don't know.
It's so refreshing. You don't like bananas, so that's probably why you don't like it, but I love bananas, and I think it's great.
All right.
So how are you going to rate this one, Brandon?
Well, thanks for asking, Thomas.
All right. Well, I mean, I thought he was
taking
ready.
too long.
Go ahead. Let her.
What do you think,
rate?
Danielle?
I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 snowmans.
Snowmen. Thank you.
No, they're just mans.
Was this Le Mans?
Because I rated it a 7, which is high, but not as high because I think I like more sweet and the pineapple's a little bit more sour, but it's not bad. I really like it.
Remember that one time she like gave a review for a drink? She's like, "Oh, this, and this," and it's like the color pink, and for that reason, I'm giving it a whatever.
Well, anyways, I think if we remade it and did like half of the amount of pineapple and maybe more of the blueberry, I would like it more.
The Danielle Slusher Slushy. That's what we'll call it.
I'm going to give it 2 touchdowns and 1 interception.
A real Josh Allen of you.
Uh-huh.
All right, yeah, no, I really like this. Like Danielle said, maybe if we tweaked the ratios a little bit. But yeah, Danielle's done. I'm almost done.
Easy sipping. I think we really need to slow ourselves down and maybe add some more liqueur.
Well, it's only 1 ounce of gin, so us slamming it doesn't mean we're going to get too trashed.
Also,
I chugged it.
Also, we can make another one very quickly.
Yeah, no, this was it was a lot easier to make than I was expecting.
I mean, it blended together in like less than a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was really good. Really happy with it overall.
Also, when you peep the Instagram for the picture,
Peep it.
notice my homemade drink tray.
Oh yeah, if you ever need someone to put a bunch of stickers on a tray, Brandon's your guy. He is good at making his little sticker collages. I'm not going to take that away from him.
I do like the sticker bomb idea. It has its place. It's not for everything, but
yeah, you have this little tray. You have a flask.
Yeah, the flask is artsy as hell.
Yeah, if you ever want to give Brandon Churchill a Christmas present, just give him some stickers.
Yeah, you could. Or you could pay me to sticker bomb something for you. I'd be fine with that, too.
Yeah, that's good. So we have 4 questions for today. So here's question number 1. Okay. So question number 1 is coziest holiday drink? Question mark? So I don't know where to go with this because I think like a good cozy drink, a hot toddy. Yeah. But I don't know if that's exclusive to the holidays. And I say that because like it's warm and if you're feeling a little stuffy, that's a good way to, I don't know.
Cold season.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a hot chocolate with rum chata.
Ooh.
Peppermint or regular?
The last time I had peppermint, and it was so good and so cozy and perfect for the holidays. So that peppermint rum chata.
Peppermint rum chata in the hot chocolate. You know, I went to Boo at the zoo. Again, this is just a cold weather thing.
Right.
But I had like a boozed up hot chocolate with like the peanut butter whiskey in my hot chocolate.
Oh, like a peanut butter cup almost.
Slapped.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you thinking, Brandon?
Yeah, I haven't experienced too many like cozy alcoholic drinks, I suppose, but
a nice room temperature Bud Light.
I like the idea of the hot chocolate, but there's something about a hot toddy with the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Like a warm whiskey.
I wonder what like a rum hot toddy might be, like a spiced rum.
Well, when I think of that, I kind of think of more of like the rum chata, but I'm thinking like a horchata maybe.
A horchata would be good.
You know, like a rum.
I don't know. Is there a way to make the hot toddy more Christmas, I wonder? Peppermint tea, I guess you could do, because we just did like some
sprigs of evergreen.
I don't know. I guess you could just spruce it up by choosing a different tea, like a peppermint tea, a cranberry tea.
I'm thinking more of like
an orange and cinnamon, a constant comment.
Like a Christmas tree. There's like a
pine,
like
fir,
like a pine or a fir sprig.
Okay,
you know how they kind of garnish drinks with that.
Yeah,
something like that. You know, that might do it.
Yeah, I don't know. So hot toddies, I guess, wins out. But Danielle, he had a really great recommendation, but it came in second place. We voted 2-1. I'm just kidding. But
a warm drink.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Like
warm
this could honestly, this could be kind of a
cozy.
cozy drink,
Yeah,
but I don't know
agree.
if I would say it's the coziest.
I think it's
I
more
don't
of a
know.
dessert.
I picture cozy drink like you bundle up.
You do that thing where like you have your sweater sleeves over your hand and then you're cupping the mug and you're like, I'm warm.
Like
you know the type.
It would be
too
too hot
You're like
if you
sitting
touched it
in
with
a
your
cozy
hands.
chair right by the window watching the snow, and you want
Like what you're doing right now.
No shit.
But
Minus the snow.
Well, I guess there is a window right by me.
Yeah, that just looks into a brick wall.
Yeah, it's not very cozy.
Welcome to the city, buddy.
Yeah.
But at my new house, I want to have a big, giant window, and I'm going to park my chair right there. And
What chair? You don't have a chair.
Oh, dude, I need
I'll get a
to
chair.
get a good chair. Once I get a new couch, I'm going to get a nice, good chair. In addition to a regular-sized couch, because my couch is too big.
We talked about this.
I know. There's honestly, I'm more likely to be talking about how big it is than not talking about it at all, and that goes for multiple things. But no, that couch is way too big.
If we get the right house, I think we might end up building like a podcast studio in it.
That'd be nice. Nice little conversation pit
/ YouTube spot.
That'd be cool.
to review drinks.
Yeah, that's something like because I have a basement and I'm like, damn, I'd like to turn this into something, but it's just like where to even start?
Right.
It's like it's an unfinished basement. You know
I
what
mean, that's kind of the best though, because you have a blank slate.
Yeah, I know, but then it's just like
Right.
At least like if you walk into a room, you can like build off of what's already in the room. Be like, oh, this is how this wall looks.
Well, you can always hang curtains.
Yeah. All right. Any other honorable mentions for the cozy drinks? I wonder. I mean, Frostbite. I think that's like a fun holiday drink, but I don't know if I say cozy.
Yeah. It's been so long, I almost don't remember that one.
No. You know, there's a different drink out there called a Frostbite, so we're gonna have to try that eventually.
All
it's
right.
different, but the Frostbite was
Frostbite
good.
V2.
I actually recommended a Frostbite to someone because my boss at work is not this big cocktail guy,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, let me tell you how it is.
Yeah.
And so I
Says the guy with like 6 cocktail books.
Yeah, no, I bought some cocktail books and I brought them over. Me and Brandon were surfing through them, so we're gonna be having some good drink choices coming up. But I was telling him, I was like, oh, dude, I was like, wow, if you're going to this like holiday party, you could hit it with the Frostbites, you could do this and you could do that.
Right.
I think he ended up going with old fashions, which he had never had an old fashioned before.
Right.
And I was like, all right, well, that's a pretty good drink.
Like the freezer door ones, or
No, he like brought a bottle. God, sorry, I have the hiccups. No, he just like took all the stuff up there and was like making them at the holiday party.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
It was like a few friends like Airbnb to cabin. It wasn't like the office Christmas party.
Right.
But he was making it with a blackberry whiskey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like
and I was
that.
like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Blackberry old fashioned.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't help but notice you have something on the table here.
Oh yeah. So Brandon, this is something I got for you. One thing that I've been doing for myself is I've been searching around for I'm trying to build up my like cocktail glass collection. So I've been looking for these like cool vintage glasses, and I found these. We're gonna have to post a picture. I almost want to call it a mug because it's like thick glass, but it's just like a tall glass, almost like a highball glass.
Yeah.
But it's this like amber glass, and it's like has this thin like wood wrap, and it's genuine walnut wood, and it has wood. I thought it was like a little pirate buccaneer, but you said it's a cavalier.
Looks like a cavalier, yeah. Which that was our mascot for junior high.
Yeah, but I mean, this would be cool. I think for some kind of rum drink, you could honestly even pour like a little bit of beer in here too.
You could do beer. You could do mead.
Oh, mead would be good.
You could do, honestly, I could see this Jack Frost in there even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't rim the glass, but like you could definitely do like a thick drink in there.
Yeah, and it comes with this cool wooden carrier because there's 6 glasses. Carry it around like that.
Yeah.
Get it full of a nice frothy beverage. Bring it over and say, there you go.
Very Viking-esque.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, no, but I saw this and I was like immediately, I was like, Brandon.
Yeah, it's sick. I love it.
Did Thomas open up his gift yet?
No, not yet.
I have not. Well, and that's the other thing. I feel bad because I brought over Brandon's gifts like unwrapped. And I was like,
fine.
and as I was about to leave the house, I'm like, I'm a grown man. Brandon's a grown man. I don't need to watch him unwrap a present. And I was like, I didn't wrap it because whatever. He's like, oh, I wrapped yours. I was like, oh.
The women in my life made me learn that.
My
early
frosting
on.
is sliding off the side of my glass.
I saw that, but I was just gonna let it.
Oh yeah,
thing.
real quick. I had like this little bite of frosting earlier. I was like, holy shit, this is delicious. And it's like, who would have guessed that just sugar and butter tastes great?
No kidding. Oh, and then you also got me another Budweiser mug.
Yeah, it's the 90-year anniversary of the Budweiser Clydesdales.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And this year, in April, the 3 Budweiser Clydesdales hitches were all in St. Louis for the first time ever. They'd never all been together before.
All
Fun
together
fact.
at the same
Yep,
time.
all in the same place, same time. And I met them. And then I was like, you know what? The people that like drive the horses, whatever they're called, they take their job very seriously.
Highwaymen?
No, because I was up there. I was like, yeah, this is Buttercup, and she's whatever. And the guy was like, no, that's not. That's fucking Bonnie and Clyde. And I was like, oh, sorry. I was making a joke to my friend. But,
Right.
But he's like, no.
No,
that's not it.
If you want to grab your present, it's that bag right there.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got here in a nice little bag. Some
Yep.
tissue paper.
Yep.
Oh, you were right. You didn't have a bag big
Yeah, it
enough.
didn't fit.
So you had to wrap it in this tissue paper.
Yeah, kind of.
What is it? Oh, what?
Yeah, take that out of there.
Dude.
I figured you could use that to bring podcast things or whatever you want to use it for. It's like a leather, faux leather briefcase.
Yeah, it's
kinda
like
thing.
this. So it's like this waxed canvas bag. It's like a messenger bag.
Yeah, it's got a nice.
Oh, dude, it's got like the leather straps. Oh, bro.
I was like, that is so Thomas.
Yeah, this would fit everything. Oh, dude, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
No problem.
This is perfect.
To be fair, I found that and I was like, okay, I got you something. Don't feel obligated to get me anything.
Well, and I had already gotten you those cups.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Aw, it's
Perfect.
true love.
Yeah.
Shut up.
No, this is great. Dude, I'll have to post a picture of this too. This is honestly so cool.
Isn't it? I just saw that and I was like, I need to get that for him.
Yeah, no, this is great. This will have pockets for everything we need.
It's got, it literally, like,
And it's like real good material too.
Yeah, I had kind of thought of this idea when you were talking about all the bitters you wanted to get, and like how much of a pain in the ass it would be to like have to haul them back and forth. But I was like, yeah, but if you had like a cool carrier, you could bring them in. Like it wouldn't be that big of a deal, you know?
Yeah, dude, well, and speaking of the bitters, not to tease too much to you guys at home, but we might be making some homemade bitters for some stuff coming up.
Sure.
I've like
You
I
said
said,
homemade bitters?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
so like I said, I got these different cocktail books because and like here's the thing with this drink, we got the blueberry syrup, and so it's like, okay, we like made our own thing, and I have some drink ideas where I'm gonna be doing some infusions.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, like we can start making this and we can start making this, and then hey, if we have this like podcast YouTube studio, we have like a place to actually be putting things
Right.
in glasses
Got
and all
shelves
of that.
and
Yeah. So keep an eye. I've been saying that for like the past year. I'm like, keep an eye out. Things are going to be really stepping
Big
up.
things to come.
Big things to come. But I can't believe it's like been a whole year.
I know.
I know, it's crazy.
This is so nice for real. This is badass.
I'm glad you like it.
Well, it's good too because that bag there, it's like too like loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
have like this little like half duffel bag that's good for like my carry-on on like an airport.
This thing's
But
kind
it
of
was
more
the only
rigid.
thing that was physically big enough. But this is like a durable thing. It has like pockets. That's
Yeah,
just
and
you
all
zip it and it's open.
It'll have a strap. You can do like a shoulder bag. deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I walk in and I have that thing slung around my shoulder.
Right.
That's what this is made for.
Yep.
Oh, this is so perfect. Look,
you
the
love it,
recorder
man.
would fit like right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The headphones would fit right in there. This is great.
I'm so
But yeah, and then
happy.
I also have something for Danielle, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Okay, that's
something small. Don't worry, I didn't spend more money on her than I did you, because that'd be weird.
Yeah,
It's
that-
like, yeah,
that would be weird.
Brandon, I got you these bum ass cups, but Danielle, I got you something really nice. That'd be weird.
I got your neon sign.
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, dude, I need a neon sign. Gin,
Gin
and Thomas.
That'd be really cool.
I know. I'd get it in that blue.
Blue
Or
and-
I
blue
guess
and
we could
orange?
get it in both. Cause
Blue
I can
and
get-
orange, yeah.
I was going to say, because remember, I have the logo in just blue and just orange.
Yeah, I like the blue and orange together.
Oh, but dude, remember on a black t-shirt, the orange would look
Yeah,
really cool.
it's a neon design on the t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, that was a really cool design.
I
Yeah,
agree.
thank you, Natalie Barbieri. She has a website somewhere. Find it and hire her if you want a logo.
There you go.
Welcome to the shortest day of the year, everybody.
Welcome
I'm
to the
depressed.
I'm from Arizona.
Yeah, there's not enough sunlight. Oh my god, dude. There is not enough sunlight out here. We were like gearing up and it's like 5 o'clock. I'm like, damn, dude, when are we gonna record? It's like 9:30. I'm like, oh, it's only 5 o'clock.
5. The sunset. Half hour
It's
ago.
way too early. And then we were like watching. And it's funny because Kansas City is on the other side of the state, so it's like dark here, but still sunny in Kansas City because the sun hasn't gotten there yet. I'm like,
Right.
what the hell? Must be nice.
Yeah, and then the like 49ers game, it's like sunny and 70 degrees.
Yeah, dude, I know. I'm missing that Arizona weather right now.
Oh man.
It's okay. But today it was rough. I don't know. There's a certain weather phenomenon that I really hate. It's just when
El Nino?
when it's barely too chilly.
Yeah.
It's like it's not cold enough for me to throw on a different jacket, but I'm
Like the high today is 42, so
Yeah.
most of the day it's in the 30s.
yeah. Well, I had to go out to my car to grab one thing.
Yeah.
I was like, gotta put my jacket back on. I'm
Yeah,
wearing a
sucks.
long sleeve shirt, but it's too chilly for me.
Well, for you.
But I'm also a wimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
You smell that? It smells like the second drink.
Oh baby, I am ready to be.
To be honest, we've been ready for the last
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say.
20 minutes.
I've been ready since the review started and we all drank it immediately.
Yeah, we were like, we might need another one on deck.
All right, but we will be back with the second drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second delicious drink.
Well, and so we have a little bit of a controversy over the title of this drink.
Somebody wants to try to claim it over
Well, I was
me.
going to say,
but-
we're gonna
Well,
have to- we're
if
gonna
they
have to play
listen
the
to this
tape.
podcast, I literally said the next drink, which you probably weren't listening because you never listened to me, but I said...
What'd she say?
I wasn't listening.
I said the next drink, because whenever I was rating it, like 7 snowmans out of snowmen,
Thank you.
I
7 snowmans out of snowmen.
I said the only reason is blah, 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 blah. And I think that if we did half of the pineapple juice, added a little bit more blueberry and a little bit more gin, I would think it's a higher than a 7 snowman out of snowman.
And then I was like, the Danielle Slusher Slushy.
Yes.
Right. I remember
So-
that part.
So what do
I remember
you...
what you said.
Yeah. Well,
So then
Well, 'cause I'm a
somewhere
man,
in
he's
there,
listening.
That's
Brandon heard it and thought it was his idea.
Well, because I'm a man, so I get the credit.
well, so,
And also, I made it. Turned down for what?
so, Brandon, if it turns out that this is your idea, what's your name for it?
The Brandon Frost.
The Brandon Frost. Brandon's Frosted Tips.
No, just the instead of Jack
Brandon's
Frost, it's
frosted
Brandon Frost.
tits.
Tits.
Or tip.
Tip.
Frosted tip.
Brandon,
can we
your
try
mom-
this thing?
your mom
Yeah, sorry.
listens to
Can we?
this.
We're not talking about it. Can we get in this? It is. It kind of. Is it just me, or does it seem more green, or is that just the lighting?
I think it's just the lighting. Whoa, more booze for sure, dude.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
That's so good. Way turned down on the pineapple.
Brandon, you're literally sitting under a green light, and you thought that the drink was more green. You're ridiculous.
It looks more green.
Yeah, no, I that didn't click in my head, but yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but are you sure you only put 2 shots in this?
I'm sorry. What?
How many shots of
You
gin
didn't
did
ask. You didn't ask what the recipe was.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, sorry.
It is
What?
a little gin heavy.
What is the recipe?
All right. You ready for this? So this is gonna be the order that
No,
I
this
put
is
it
what he
in.
did. He did the 2 shots of vodka. Glug, 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 glug.
So I did half of the pineapple juice, which would be 1 ounce per. I did 3 ounces of gin
Jesus.
per. So
No wonder.
9 total. I did.
Well, this way it'll balance out to as if we did a double
So-
for each, so we're not going to
I'm
be
not
blasted.
done.
I think I would have liked this more if it had maybe 2 ounces of gin instead of fucking 3.
That's what it was.
It was 1 ounce.
No. It was 2.
Thomas,
The recipe is 1 ounce of gin.
I had 2.
you tripled the amount of
Where-
alcohol.
No, I promise you, I put in 2 ounces
The first
in the
time?
first time, and you guys said it wasn't enough gin, just like I did.
I don't know.
This tastes like there's 2 more shots in here.
My,
but it's
phone,
fine.
my
It's fine.
phone's in the kitchen. So.
The recipe right here says 1, but it's okay.
Well, I had 2.
Either way, we're trash. No, I'm just kidding.
And then I added 1 extra teaspoon of blueberry, so it was like
Each.
9 teaspoons.
Okay. All right. Well, it's still pretty good. Maybe at home, just use 2 ounces of gin if you're going to make
Yeah.
this at home.
This one, you can just smell it and get drunk.
Guys, it's 1 extra ounce, which isn't even a full shot. The last one had
Someone's
barely.
getting a little angry.
The last one had barely over a shot of gin, which we determined that wasn't enough. And I added 1 extra ounce of gin, which isn't even a full shot.
You know, Brandon, I feel like if you were confident in your work, you wouldn't be so defensive.
No, I'm confident this is the best version of this. I'm defending it because it's better.
It is good. I'm just trashing you, but it is good. I'm already like halfway done with mine.
The other one,
Yeah,
you would
same.
drink it and not know there's alcohol in it. This one, you drink it, you know there's alcohol, so you're
I
not going to drink it as
there was
fast.
alcohol in the last one.
Bullshit. Says the one who finished hers first and then licked all the icing off the rim. You rim job the glass there. But what are we thinking on this Brandon's Frost?
I think I'm going to remain the same at 8 out of 10 blue agaves. I don't know if maybe I'll give it like an 8.2 or something. You know what I mean? But
Just
like
slightly better.
I just feel like as this drink exists, it's going to have to stay in the same general category. I don't think there's something I could do to turn this into a 9 besides sprinkling MSG in it or
Well,
something.
I mean, you saw we just kind
Ew.
of varied the ingredients slightly, and it's still the same basic flavor. So if you're, you gave that basic flavor like an 8.
I'm still gonna give it a 7 as well.
No, I do like this. It is very good, and
Yeah.
I feel like the ratios are improved.
It's
It
just
is a
as-
little gin heavy, which is fine. We're a bunch of booze
Me
hounds
and
on
you
this
enjoy
podcast.
the gin heavy.
The
Danielle's
Oliver.
like, oh my god,
He's trying to drag away my notebook.
that's hilarious.
Little booger.
I would give it 3 touchdowns and 1 interception on this one. Yeah.
A real Josh Allen, actually.
Oh, you know what? Actually, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a field goal.
Too much gin.
It's too much gin. Too much gin, not enough Thomas. You know what, though? Honestly,
Not a thing.
this podcast for too long has been too much Thomas and not enough gin. So I feel like we're finally hitting a balance.
You know why? Because
don't do
we got
gin every
sprinkles.
episode. Oh, yeah.
If we ever had
'Cause
my
we have
sister on as a special
sprinkles.
guest, it would be Jen and Thomas, and she's Jen. Her name's Jen.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Jen
oh my
and
god, I've
Thomas?
said this
Okay.
before on the show.
Yeah, you did. Go
but
ahead.
like when people will be like, Jen and Thomas, you should name it Jim and Thomas and have your co-host named Jim. I'm like, well, then that's just the name of 2 people. It's not like a cocktail thing.
Right. Still kind of sounds like it.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's not a play on words then.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
you know what, though? I am so glad that Gin and Thomas wasn't already a thing, because there's already everything else.
Yeah.
Gin and Toxic, where it's 2 girls talking about doing something. Gin and whatever. And I'm like, thank God, no one else named Thomas on the world likes gin and tonics.
Jen and Thomas, yeah. GT's,
TG's, G&T. Oh,
Somebody over there's had a lot of gin, I can tell.
Yeah, but we've
I'm-
all had a
I-
lot of
I-
gin. One fucking whiff of this Brandon's Frosted Tip. We're all getting fucking
Yeah, he
blasted.
can definitely take the title on this one because mine would not. Mine would be a little superior. Probably 8 snowmans.
Danielle Slushy would be a little more
Oh
balanced.
my God.
Yep.
Can we not call it
It would
Frosted Tip?
it would obviously be a 10 out of 10 blue agaves. 10 snowmans out of snowmen.
I just, can we just keep it as like Brandon Frost?
Did tip.
No.
My favorite part about these podcasts is just like,
How you and me just gang up on Brandon.
yes, it reminds me of when we play Mario Party and we all just gang up on him.
Oh, so you admit it. You do gang up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God. Is it because I'm good at the mini games? Is that why?
Yes. Why I wouldn't gang up on you if you were bad.
This is
my
why I
God.
haven't won in the longest
Remember the
time.
last time we played? Who was it? I think it was like undisclosed third friend gave the controller to Emily after like it was off to the worst start imaginable. Emily was like, I don't know what to do. I have no money. I'm on the bat space.
Yeah, like right beforehand, she like gave up all her money to Brandon or something, and then gave it to Emily, and she was like, "What the hell?"
Hilarious.
And then she just kept getting screwed. Like everyone was getting the stars, but her. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I love the Christmas season.
I hate the season.
So anyway, gosh, all right. So our second question of the day, everybody,
Please.
comes from the Instagram. Which, by the way, I put out a question post on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Jen and Thomas Podcast. We do on the street drink reviews. Whenever we're going out, we'll review a drink, and then we post stuff to the stories. And sometimes we ask for questions. So our second question is: when/how did you learn Santa wasn't real? And I personally have an objection to this because I thought he was real. So this is all very new and raw for me.
Like today.
Oh, so you were today years old.
Today years old.
Wow.
But if I did learn that he wasn't real sooner, I have a better story.
I do remember telling my brother that he wasn't real.
That is so mean.
No. Listen.
I remember
listen.
accidentally
My
saying
sister,
it to a
my
kid.
younger sister, told me.
Hilarious.
Were you
Let me tell
like
my-
devastated?
Oh yeah, we were supposed to go that day to get pictures with Santa, and I
you're like,
refused to go because
Danielle,
I was
you know
so
this guy's not
upset.
real, right? And you're like,
I remember
She was
specifically.
16.
You know the stairs at my parents'
was 3 days
house.
ago.
I was on the stairs crying, refusing to get up and go.
Yeah.
So we didn't go that year. Well, my sister did, but I didn't.
And she knew.
Yeah.
yeah, she's like, that shit ain't real, but watch me hang out with this old dude anyway. See you later, cuh.
I know how to give presents, though. He's real, yo. Wow. 16. That's
No,
wild.
I never said 16.
I know I did.
What? I was in grade school, which for me,
You
grade
were in
school.
grade school
Yeah.
at 16?
You were in 20th grade.
No, it's probably in like
Senior year of college, she finds out crying on her parents' doorstep.
I'm trying to remember what year I would have been, but I was way too old to still believe in Santa. That's all that matters.
Oh.
Way too old.
I don't remember how old I was. I was a child. No, but so my dad had like a Santa like costume in the attic, and I like saw it once, and I was just like, "Oh, cool, my dad's Santa. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it." You know what I mean?
One of those I saw my mom kissing Santa Hallmark movies,
kind of thing, yeah. But then I was like sitting there like talking to my neighbor who was also a kid. I was like, "Yeah, something, you know, with my dad being Santa and all, I'm always getting a cool gift." I wasn't even like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't it be my dad? Whatever, who cares?"
Yeah.
So then I like told my dad, or no, I let it slip, and then like the kid like went to my neighbor's house, and he's like, "Oh hey, yeah, so for Christmas I would like this and this and this and this," and my dad was like, "What?" He's like, "Thomas told me you were Santa," so I thought I would just like get my like Christmas list in early. My dad had to go be like, "Don't tell people I'm Santa," and I was like, "Why not?" He goes, "'Cause I'm not." I'm like, "Oh, all right, sorry." And it was like that, like, and then I was just like, "Well, if my dad's not Santa, then no one is."
You must have been a funny kid.
That was hilarious.
I'm laughing now.
Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know if he meant hilarious whenever he said funny.
I meant it in all aspects of the word funny.
Yeah, no, but it was, you know, it was just something I was just like, "Oh, okay." And then I accidentally let it slip when I was at school, and some 2-year-old burst into tears. He's like, "Santa's not real." I was like, "Oh, shoot. Sorry, kid." Well, I was more like, "I'm sorry."
So I don't remember when this was, but this was the year, it was still summer, but I had decided or whatever that Santa wasn't real.
How and why did you decide?
Don't remember. But my little brother had asked me if I believed in Santa or if Santa was real or something. And my dad was there, and he goes, "Tell him the truth." And I go, "Nah, he's not."
And then your dad's like, "Brandon, no."
And I was like, "You said tell the truth, so I did. What do you mean, no? Yeah. You told me to tell the truth. I don't lie."
Yeah.
It's probably because he thought genuinely that you still believed, so whenever he was like, "Tell the truth."
Oh, could be. Maybe I hadn't told them yet that I didn't believe. I was like, nah,
I think another thing is I didn't have the biggest like belief in Santa because when I was a kid I watched a lot of those like Santa Claus movie, the Tim Allen one.
Oh, I love
that's
that
my
one.
favorite Christmas movie. Yeah. Which, have you seen the show they made?
The first season.
Yeah, so they're making a season 2. I really liked it. I thought it was like a fun romp.
Well, you know, anymore when they make a series, they have enough budget behind it that it's like it's a movie.
Yeah,
know?
And I didn't see the 2 and 3 till like years later. But I remember like watching that and being like, if like Santa is like this concept that like they're like making a movie about, like I remember thinking like if they're making movies about this guy, I don't think he's real. If there's this many different tellings of the Santa story,
and he's not always the same.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's the same.
Yeah.
You know what
analytical of you.
Yeah.
Analytical of you.
Analytical. Yeah, so that's kind of how but I don't ever remember being like, Santa is real.
Yeah.
But if you're listening at home, he is real.
And you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. And I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to your town this year.
And he is real.
He's real.
No, but in the Santa Claus.
Did you watch the movie Elf?
Yeah, and in the Santa Clauses, or the Santa Clauses, that show with Tim Allen, the sequel series, they mentioned St. Louis. They're like, "Oh, should we do a loop around the St. Louis Arch?" And he's like, "Not today, Noel." Yeah.
Loop around the loop.
Loop around the loop. So, Brandon, I was led to believe that you might have a little bit of a topic or a thing for us to get into today.
Yeah, what's your plans for the holiday?
My plans for this holiday is a whole lot of god dang nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be celebrating Christmas with the hypothetical hinge thoughty, exchanging a couple of gifts. We actually did this thing like St. Nick's Day or something where you trade some presents early, like December 5th or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got a soda stream.
Love it.
And I gave her some of the stuff I got from my Pittsburgh trip, a little beanie, a bag. It's a really cool art print, which I think you would love, Danielle, but I think you would also appreciate, Brandon.
I do appreciate art.
I have to get it framed. But if you're eating some veggies, it'd be real cool to stare at.
I get it.
And then incense. We're really big into incense, so I got her these incense that like smell like the Pittsburgh Gardens or
Interesting.
something. Yeah. So, and then I got a Soda Stream. And so I have some like stocking stuffers that I'm just waiting on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so for Christmas, I think it's just going to be kind of like a hanging out,
Cozy.
you know? Yeah, I'm not like the biggest.
Make a cocktail.
Yeah, make a cocktail. Yeah, I'm not like
Watch
the
movies.
biggest Christmas celebrator. I don't know. I don't like I mean, you know, I don't have like a family with kids and aunts and uncles to go visit. I'm just kind of like in that stage of being an adult where it's like, okay, I did the Christmas thing. Now I have to get on with my day.
Yeah, I mean, we like to go see our parents on Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I have no one to go see.
Right.
So,
yeah, I get it. But
what
that's
about
what
you? Are you just doing the same thing as last year?
No, so the 2 days before, we're gonna go stay with her parents and do Christmas that time, and then on Christmas Day we're gonna drive up to my parents, and for those 2 days we'll do Christmas up there. Yeah, so basically doing 2 Christmases.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Like that movie, Four Christmases, but if you only watch it halfway through.
right.
Yeah. But a completely different plot. What about you, Danielle? Any Christmas plans? I assume that Brandon is going and seeing your parents on his own, so I was just curious what you guys are doing, what you're doing.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just texting my mom back about what day we were leaving. But we are going over the weekend before Christmas to my parents, and then leaving on Christmas Eve to go to his parents.
Wow, way to repeat what he just said. I mean, but you know, what can you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah, no, I mean...
And we're
sorry, go
making
on.
gingerbread houses.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. I don't really want to spend time with anyone else's family,
That's totally fine.
which I don't think I'll have to, thankfully.
There you go.
I just want to, you know, dude, like I have a day off work. I'm just going to hang out at home.
It's
I
nice
get
to
that.
Play
relax
some
and enjoy
Xbox
yourself.
or
I
something.
get that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I get that.
I really don't want to travel a bunch, but...
And by a bunch, she means like 2
At all.
hours. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, but traveling on...
Going all the way up to Blono. No blow
She's
there.
acting like she has to drive.
But don't your parents live somewhere?
Yeah, like
My parents live...
10 minutes north.
Oh, in
Yeah,
Collinsville?
no, they live in Maryville. Very different.
Oh,
Get it right, Thomas.
sorry. Oh, I forgot. You're not
Completely-
related to Emily. You can't live in
completely different
Collinsville unless you're like a
Millville.
part of that family tree.
Yeah, no Johan or...
No, I'm excited to
chick.
see everybody on both sides of the family, and I'm glad that we're able to spend time with both sides. It just sucks that we live so far away from all the families that we can't, like... I don't know. I just want to host Christmas ourselves eventually.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
that
the
we don't
goal.
have to always go somewhere for all the holidays because it's so exhausting.
Oh, yeah, it's the goal to
Yeah.
host.
Once you have a larger abode, I think that
Yeah.
gets easier.
Yeah.
For
It's like
sure.
after Thanksgiving, I worked the next day, and I was so tired. I felt like I needed a lot more time off to like recoup after the holidays. They're not relaxing.
I mean, and I like Christmas a lot. Like, I mean, it's kind of sad. It was when like my grandmother passed away that our big family Christmas kind of died down. But you know,
That's how it goes.
yeah. And then you know, but in years past, like more recently, it'd be like me, my dad, and my sister get together,
Yeah.
do stuff like that. So,
Yep.
but I don't know. There's every once in a while, someone in my family casually mentions like kind of moving out here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To this like area-ish, like, cause like one of my sisters, her husband has ties to Chicago, and then
Yeah.
he's like, oh, Chicago's kind of expensive. I know someone in St. Charles, and then another sister of mine was like, well, you know, you moved away, and we were thinking about moving. We were thinking about Michigan, but if you're out in St. Louis, and you know, I mean, I don't think they will. I don't think they have the gall, but
Bring them out. Bring them
I
out.
know. And then I have like a friend that I'm trying to get to move down here. You met them,
More the merrier.
yeah. St. Louis is it's a bit of a spot. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, I mean, it was voted the most dangerous city, but also has the safest national park in it. So,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, it's because I moved here with my middle name being Danger and all.
oh my god,
And then my refusal to go into the national park. That's why it's so safe. I'm just
Right.
kidding. I've been there like 4 times.
yeah,
I love the Gateway Park.
it's a nice park.
It is so nice. Anytime I go downtown during the day, I love just taking a stroll. Sometimes I just go into the museum.
Go touch the arch.
Yeah, I just let slap my hand on it and go in St. Louis.
Yep.
Which, if you know me in person, a lot of times, like when I'm out walking around, I'm just like, St. Louis.
I mean, today you just go Missouri.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
like,
I'm always
what?
just like, Missouri.
And
What's funny, too, is I had this coworker. He was Mexican, and he said Missouri with his accent, so he was Missouri.
oh, okay.
So sometimes I'll be sitting there, I go, Missouri. And I just laughed to myself.
Yeah.
People are like, what? I'm just like, you know,
Missouri, dude.
we're just here
We're
in
here?
Missouri.
In Missouri? What the hell?
I don't know. I do that all the time. But here, that's the thing. Other people, when you like move somewhere new, are you ever just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I'm like, what am I doing here?
Well, I have a little more of a what's going on, not a what am I doing here.
Oh, okay. Well,
There were a few times that I hit that point.
I moved here and I was like, oh, this feels like home.
That's nice. I moved here and I was like, what
doesn't
the
feel
fuck?
It doesn't feel like home.
But now I'm like, Missouri.
Missouri.
Well, what's going on?
Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, Jose. How you doing, Jose? Hope you're doing well.
Jose. I have more if you... Do you have a... I hear it now.
Sorry, what's up?
Do we have another question?
Yeah, we actually have a couple more questions.
Ooh, hit me with one.
So question number 3 of our 4 is, why don't I celebrate Christmas?
You do.
This was lodged from my dad. He didn't contact the podcast.
Oh.
But it was while we were in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And he's like, you know something, Tom? Something.
I like how he calls you Tom.
Yeah.
Tom?
Maybe he might call me Tom. I don't remember. But he's talking to me. He's like, you know, something. And he's like, well, you know, I know you don't celebrate Christmas, which, why don't you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't celebrate. Dad,
I've done it with you.
You've been there for all of them. It wasn't until last year that you had your first Christmas without me.
Right.
But,
getting into that bourbon.
Yeah, exactly. But my mom doesn't celebrate Christmas, but that's just like that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
And she has like a catering company.
Yeah.
And she like go and do a catering for like $80 an hour. And she's like, why would I waste my money on buying you some Steelers jersey when they don't care about how we feel?
Suck. Those egg-sucking Steelers.
They don't care about us. Why would I get you a Steelers jacket when I can go work for $80 an hour? But yeah, so I had to like explain to my dad how like
It kind of sounds like your mom, but
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like the words she would say.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, it doesn't sound like her voice at all, but well, it's fine.
that's how I hear it.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I had to like explain to him. I'm like, okay, Dad, remember like all those years with Grandma? He's like, yeah. I was like, celebrating
there.
Christmas then. Remember when it was just like you and me and Becca? He's like, yeah. He's like, remember
I
that
was
one
there.
year? Remember like that one or 2 years where it was just you and me up at the cabin up north? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like,
So it's been a long time I've been
yeah.
celebrating.
You know,
Christmas.
we have like a
Last
20.
year
we
I
have like
wasn't
a
with you.
26-year streak. This fucking guy.
He was like, oh, maybe I should cut back on the bourbon.
Yeah, dude, he could throw the bourbon back, dude.
You're the one who got him into bourbon, didn't you?
No, I got him into the rye.
That's what it is.
Which he
That's
likes
what
the
it
rye,
is.
too. If we're ever out someplace, he's like,
Let me get a
Tommy,
rye.
I think I see a rye on the shelf. Let's get that. I'm like, okay.
All right.
But he only drinks it neat.
What a man.
Yeah, only.
Horrible.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll have
Can I
a
get-
couple of ice
Can I
cubes,
get a
please.
cube, please? Can I bring out the flavors a little? Thanks.
Yeah, and he's just like,
I don't want just the smoke.
Yeah, no.
My dad's
he's
like, I'll take the smoke.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like it too watered down. I'm like, all right, thanks, Dad.
I like it to bite me like a fucking
Yeah, it's like, all right,
snake.
Dad, I don't need to be called a bitch on my vacation, okay?
I like it to bite me a little. I like to feel it.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
And sometimes he's getting these strong ass bourbons, and like, you know, I'm trying to look cool, and he's over there, he's just serving it down. I'm like, poison.
Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah. Ugh, it's ridiculous.
You like breathe out, you can feel the heat on your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
That's
like,
how it
I'm
feels,
literally
man. For
breathing
real.
fire.
Singes your nose hairs when you take a whiff.
That's why you put the ice cube.
It's like the smelling salts. You know, when you get those, you're like,
Oh, ready to lift something.
yeah.
We're gonna lift
Just
these
like
spirits.
that. I know. Brandon. So these are those gentlemen playing cards you got.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to the brand, so we know who these people are. Do we not know?
Stand by. I think it's just called the Gentleman's Deck.
All right, guys. Gentleman's deck. Check it out. The back of the card it's a black, but with
Black
like a little
bow tie.
white bow tie. We'll figure out what the brand is eventually.
I got it as a gift, so
Yeah.
it'll have to be this lovely female.
So
over here.
you know what we're gonna be doing? Every episode, every couple of whenever we remember, we're gonna be pulling a card up, giving us a little tip because you know we're here to review a drink and talk some shit, but don't forget to stay classy out there, everybody. So what's the card here?
You're gonna
Two
like
of
this one.
clubs,
It's the Ace of Clubs.
Ace of clubs.
You're gonna like this one.
All right.
How to enjoy a cigar.
Fucking hate it. I'm just kidding.
Using a single-bladed cutter, slice off the cap. Hold the cigar between your index finger and your thumb, and light using a wooden match. Puff and rotate until the tobacco is glowing evenly and the smoke draws easily. A fine cigar is best enjoyed slowly, 1 or 2 puffs per minute, and shouldn't burn too hot. Taste the smoke and blow it out, but do not inhale.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't agree with everything there, but it's a good baseline.
Yeah. No, there's a. I mean, you know, we've talked cigars on here a couple of times, and there are some things I like to do differently. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I like toasting the end of the cigar first.
Sure.
And then I said this to you earlier today. I think the butane lighter is better, but I like the physical experience of doing it with a match, or in the cedar strip.
Yeah.
I like I like the tactile process.
Yeah, and just
like
having
getting
that
into
open
the cigar
flame.
vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't necessarily. I mean, I use a single blade cutter. Actually, mine's a double blade.
I like the double blades, but I have the V cutter, which I lost. My nice V cutter, which is a serrated blade. I need to find it because I have this one that's doesn't fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the cigar, it depends on the shape, how you want to cut it. But I think each shape has its own place, and everybody's got a different preference. Like, you could use a punch, you could use a V-cut, you could use a blade.
I might have to learn more about cigars, but I can't think of a situation where I wouldn't use a V-cut.
Yeah.
But, there might be times where it's like, no, you actually want to just do the regular one for this.
Honestly, I would think either a V-cut or a single blade would be... It's a good, generic one.
Yeah.
You could always get away with that, and it'll work every time.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that you would have to know the cigar going into it to know how to cut it.
Yeah.
Because there are some that when they draw too quickly, you're almost drawing too much through it. You'd want to use a punch.
Well, I was gonna say, one thing I like about the V cut is it's not as big, and I feel like I'm able to kind of pace myself a little more with it.
Yeah.
The punch, I want to get one of those punch keychain things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because I love the punch, but I just want to be someone that is always ready for a cigar. I don't want to be like, oh, is there a cut? I'd be like, oh, I'm prepared.
Right.
So that's just what I want people to see me going forward as, is someone that is always ready to have a cigar.
I get it.
You'll see me with my cigar, my Cavalier Real Walnut glass that I stole.
Hey, if I have 5 by the end of the night, I'm gonna be a little upset. I want the full
5
6.
more than you had before.
I want the full set.
Yeah, no, those are cool. I'm glad that they were all there together. This thing is really cool. I'm really glad you like it.
Oh, I love it. I'm glad you like that case.
Oh yeah, this. I'm like, Kate, it's like a little carrier. What are you talking about? But I was still talking about those cups.
Bag, whatever you want to call it.
She's in her own world these days.
That's her. That's how she lives.
Is your microphone off?
Mic's not even on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, stay awake for this next one.
Pay attention.
So, our final question of the night before we wrap things up: who has been the naughtiest? Danielle, you think it's her?
I think it's her.
Why?
Yeah, you have a look that you're always up to something, and you're a self-described Slytherin.
True. Nobody that's nice does that.
What the heck?
Let me just...
I think Thomas has been the naughtiest.
I've been real naughty.
For the listeners, I just changed her corner to green.
Yeah. No, I'm a bad boy. They don't call me the bad boy of botany for nothing. Oh my God, I was at the Soulard Farmers Market, and one of these people selling colognes, because what these people do is they'll buy a big bottle of cologne and then put it into the smaller vials, so it's cheaper for regular people.
Right.
And he's like, hey man, I took one look at you. I think this one will fit you perfectly. And I smell it. I'm like, damn, this is really good. And I look at it. It's named Bad Boy. I was like, oh, what a salesman. He knows me. I got to get it now. He's looking over to his friend. He's like, this is the Bad Boy of Bonnie right here. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him with this one.
He listens to the pod.
Yeah. I don't know. I think as a whole, we have been on some good behavior. All of us.
Yeah, I've been a good noodle this year.
I think I might have been the naughtiest, but it's a step down from previous behavior.
Oh, so you're leveling out.
I think I'm finally leveling out. I think I have enough dad lore that I can start settling down
Got
for
it.
when I become a parent eventually.
Got it.
I hope, unless I mysteriously disappear, in which case, whoever, or if I mysteriously disappear, whoever decides to start hosting the show after that, that's probably who did it. So if it turns to Sip of Brandy, you know who it was.
No, I won't change the name.
Welcome to the Jen and Thomas podcast. I'm your special guest, Brandon, and let's get into it.
There's no host. The host is gone mysteriously.
Yeah, or Danielle will just be like, "I am your host."
No, just ho.
Oh my god.
I'm your ho.
Yeah, we got 3 hoes in the studio today. Ho, ho, and ho.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I saved that one for last because I don't know. I was actually kind of hoping to think of all this naughty behavior I might have done throughout the show, but I just don't think I've been that bad.
We've been pretty good this year.
I know I haven't been breaking hearts, haven't been stealing. Most of the 10 commandments haven't been broken. I did kill somebody, but
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
This disclaimer: this show is for entertainment purposes.
Yeah,
only.
the everything on the show is all legit or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know. Good noodles.
Good noodles.
I kind of got into a fight. Someone hit me, but I didn't hit them back. That's very good noodle of me.
I don't think that's a fight then.
Yeah, that's just me getting
You
my
just
ass
got
kicked.
jumped.
Yeah, kind of.
You just got jumped. That was the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but I don't know. Good year for us, so we all should be getting some good prezzies.
Yay, no coal.
No coal, unless you were like some kind of geology nerd, in which case coal is a good thing, or an energy enthusiast,
I like that.
and you're like, I love.
Energy.
Yeah.
Oliver's sitting under the
Nuclear,
tree
baby.
right now,
Yeah.
and he looks so cute.
Oh yeah, if you're a nuclear energy enthusiast, I'll get you like a uranium rod or whatever that glowing rod is in The Simpsons, radioactive rod.
Sure.
Get you one of those. And then honestly, no, I take it back. The sweet baby Oliver has been the naughtiest. He's a little rat bastard. I can't believe we went this whole
noodle.
thing without talking to him.
He's a bad noodle.
While we were trying to record this, he starts trying to drag my notebook away with all my like little notes
He
in
said,
it.
"Fuck your nose, dude." We
Or
don't
like a
want-"
couple weeks ago, whenever he smelled your cats on you and he sat on your lap and just kept hissing at you.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
But
I,
wouldn't get
couldn't
off your lap.
move, and he was just like looking at what I was
He
doing.
just
and he,
wanted
like,
to sit there and just like, "Hey." He's like, "You smell good, but I don't like you."
Oliver, are you not going to get any presents?
He's like, well, I'm actually an energy enthusiast, so I've been naughty on purpose, hoping to get some coal.
He needs a new scratcher, is what he needs.
My cats love a scratch in a couch. I have a scratcher, and they say, no, thank you. Newman loves a welcome mat, though.
Oh, speaking of, so
he
does
was doing
Oliver.
that shit this
apparently.
morning.
Oliver's been scratching our
Yeah.
welcome mat.
Newman, I had this like welcome mat because I was like changing them out, and then he like was like scratching it and like started laying on it, so I just put it in like the room that he likes in my Arizona house. And do you know what I mean? Like the gin sinks to the bottom.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not dramatic, so we take it back.
Nah, you're dramatic.
Well, so anyway, but Newman would like lay on this thing, sleep on it, wake up and claw on it, just sit on it. He like loved this welcome mat.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
cute.
know. He's a funny little guy.
I get it.
He cracks me up. He
Goofy
wakes
little
me up
goober.
like every morning when I wake up. Like when he knows when I'm awake, he comes in. He goes like,
He does. He did that whenever I was staying with you.
yeah. And then the little Newman. No, not Newman. The little Patone, who just.
I can't
hangs
wait
out.
for Brandon to meet your cats.
I know. Oh, and then remember when you were there for Patone's like death cry?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in the other room sleeping, and Danielle, I was like, oh my God, Thomas, I think he's going to die. And I run in, and I'm like, what? And he's just sitting there, and you're like, he let out some horrific scream, and I thought that was it.
It was so scary.
Oh my god.
He's a funny little guy, dude. He's so funny. But Newman's just, you just look at him, and you're like, fucking classic. You know what I mean?
Oliver's been sleeping by me in the
Oh,
mornings.
sweet little
He
guy.
never
at
used to do that.
Yeah, well, he likes me more, so.
Well, Patone used to like sleep and like cuddle right up next to me, but lately he's been sleeping at my feet.
It's a good way to get a swift kick.
Oh, and then Aggie, she bit my toes this morning, which is funny because I saw that new Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1, and in that movie, there's like the Godzilla's like swimming. I was like, that looks like little Aggie, you know? So I've been calling Aggie Godzilla, and I was laying there, and she started nibbling on my toes. I was like, fucking Godzilla's trying to eat me. What the fuck is this? What a sweet little chunky lady. She's a thick little mama, let me tell you. But you know what
Indeed.
else is a thick little mama? This episode.
Thick.
it's a holiday special, but that doesn't mean we have to be up all night.
Our drinks were thick too.
I agree.
Drinks
it's
were
getting
thick.
late.
The episode's thick. I'm thick. I need to lose some weight.
Same.
You know, both my parents fat shamed me on my Pittsburgh trip. So
Oh my.
I know. I know when I walked up to my dad and he's like, "Oh, almost didn't recognize you. You look like a bear getting ready for hibernation."
Well, you should have said, "Well, I live where it's cold now,
Yeah,
so
and I was
that's
like,
what
all
I'm
right.
doing."
I was like, all right, thanks. And then a few days later, he calls me and he's like, hey, Tom, how you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing, whatever. I was like, yeah, anyway, I'm at the gym. He's like, oh, glad to hear it. You were looking a little portly.
Oh my
Jesus, Dad.
Goddamn, dude.
Back in my day, everybody was cut.
But here's the thing, though. My dad is just one of those people that's just like really skinny all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just naturally larger than he is.
Yeah.
Like, I got more muscle. You know what I mean? I got a little more of everything.
Yeah.
I got a little more gut and a little more fucking...
No more butt.
Yeah, I do have more butt than that guy.
No more gut.
He looks like he looks like a frog in a pair of pants, man. No ass. He's got that Hank Hill looking ass. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
straight.
But anyway,
Anyway.
that has been the Gin and Thomas 2023 holiday special, Christmas special, because there's more than one holiday.
True.
But yeah. Anyway, so my wonderful co-ho, where can they find you?
You can find me
In the street.
anywhere. Brandon.
Brandon, where can they find you?
At Brandon Churchill on YouTube, Brandon_Churchill_95 on Instagram, and Brandon Churchill at the U in Churchill, and find me in the streets.
All right, and as for me, of course, you can find me on Instagram at CappedCoolKid, as well as Bad Boy of Botany. Oh, it's Capped Cool Kid, CAPT Cool Kid. All right. I should just have Danielle doing the outro. And then as for the podcast, you can find us on YouTube at Gin and Thomas Pod, and then on Instagram, it's Gin and Thomas Podcast. Follow the Instagram, see what we're doing on stories, and then
Well, not only stories, but like our out of podcast reviews.
Yeah, whenever we see a fun drink on the streets, or like, you know, when we go out to eat or whatever, and it's led to me trying more and interesting things.
For sure.
Like the last one, or not the last, the one I put up recently is this Greek restaurant in St. Louis, Olympia's restaurant.
Oh, and then your Pittsburgh trip. You had
I had my
up there
Pittsburgh
too.
trip up there. A lot of great stuff. I had the best and worst Bloody Marys on the same trip.
That's what it looked like.
So give it a look. And then, you know, on the stories, we ask for questions. Feel free to write into the show, actually. ginandthomaspod@gmail.com. Come in with drink recommendations, ask questions.
Yeah.
Let us know what you do and don't like about the show, ideas for YouTube video, whatever it is. Contact us.
Suggestions for bits.
Yeah, anything you'd like.
We do like our acting, like to improve our acting chops.
We got Jelly Like Jimbo and Blood Schmear.
Captain Bloodschmear.
Mitch Bloodschmear. But I don't know. I think that is it. So you know how we close it out here, everybody. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and con a boat. Don't drink and scoot. Don't drink in any kind of motorized transportation, I think, is a good coverall. Don't drink and operate heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Please drink responsibly, and don't drink alone. Drink with friends, because it's
Share a
the
drink
show
with
where we
us.
share a drink with friends. So share a drink with us, because we're your friends, right?
We are.
I hope. But I think that is about it, Brandon. So to all of you at home, I say be safe, be kind, and good night.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
And happy holidays, because we can't leave anyone out. Or if you're my mom, happy December.
Happy
Not celebrating
happy money
Christmas
making.
looking ass. Yeah, happy money making mom.